All right, cool. Next we're gonna do the actual mounting of the metals itself onto the tool. So I have the actual mounting bar mounted to the tool. We're gonna be mounting 3 metals, as you guys can see. And then you just have it centered. So we're just gonna go from right to left and applying these on here. Here, just press it on there just so the tape grabs it. And all you guys want to do is make sure it lines up on this side and that the mounting bar is good. Metal does not pass the line because there are certain heights the metal has to be from the top to the bottom. And then you're just going to repeat the process. So the next one we have is F-jam. I'm going to make sure the metals are as close as possible to one another so that the fabric's touching. Press them all down. And there you go. Then you're just going to flip it over. Take the mounting bar off, and then we can go into actually mounting it itself. Just can still remember the tape is on the back. So here, you just want to peel the tape. You guys can see it. So peel enough of the tape so you're only going up to unveil only the first metal itself. And you guys can see you have a metal prong right there, so we're gonna have to use our scissors to cut this so it lays flat. So here, all I'm gonna do is make it stand up. Take my scissors, look down, cut it. Don't want to go down too far, otherwise you're gonna obviously cut it, and then you guys can see the cut from the top. And then you're just gonna pull it over, stick it to the double-sided tape. And if you guys find that some of the spots on here did not go that well, use your little eyebrow tweezers right here, get underneath it, pull it up, and then pull it tight. So that's what it looks like when you guys do the first one. Now this is a perfect example. Let's talking about some of the metals are different sizes, so you may have the backing show. So what you're going to do is peel it off like this, and then all you want to do is bend this down, the backing, and then trim it off. Make sure your other metals, fabrics are not in the way when you're trimming this, for obvious reasons, so you're not buying more metals. There we go. Fold it over. Some of the metals, when you guys get them, they won't have a lot of fabric on the top. I'm not sure why that happens. If you want more fabric on the top of the metal when you guys get it, you guys just have to fold them the same exact way and then iron them. Just roll the last piece of tape off and do this one. All right, so I have all three mounted on there. Before I want to put any backing on there, so I check the front and make sure they're all good. So you guys can see how crisp they look. I'm just reusing some of these metals, so if you guys see glue on there, that's why. Flat, pretty rigid. You guys can see that. And then from the side. If you guys have more than three, you guys are in excess, right? So you have 7 or more. You want to make sure that when you guys are putting these on here, and you guys are folding them over there, sometimes these will shift up or to the left and the right. Just readjust them, take them off, or if you guys can, just shift it over like that, the fabric. So these ones all look pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and place the backing on it itself, and then I can go into placing devices on here. So for the backing itself, like I said, use strapping tape. Pull it out, measure it from left to right, cut it, generally rip it in half. If there is bigger metals on there, like a Navcon or something, generally rip it less than half. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to trim around the metals itself. And then you guys can see the lines on there, right? So generally the second one from the bottom is like the key one on there. I'll just poke a hole into the bottom second one and then slide it from left to right to get it perfectly from the left edge. So you can't see the tape. Press it down. Press it down again. Take that second piece of tape, repeat the process so you get all of it. If you guys get tape hair strapping off the side or those little white pieces of fabric, just trim it up on the back. Press it all the way down around the prongs, up on top. You guys can see how I did it from top to bottom. And then, you guys do this on your own. You guys can put your cool little sticker on there. All right, for the metal itself, so this is what it looked like final done. The backing. Pretty simple, pretty easy. If I was doing 2 rows of metals, it generally doesn't take me anywhere close to an hour unless there's a lot of devices on there. But I think we're doing this for about 8 minutes of me talking through this, doing it slowly. Wasn't too long. So for the devices, I'm gonna place all my devices on there where they need to go. If I need a reference to where they go, you guys have the Marine Corps order about it. You guys can use Easy Rack ribbons. This generally like the easy reference to if I forget where things go, or if I'm just being lazy, I'll just do a cheat sheet off of them, especially if it has to do with Navy or Army or some other weird country. I'll just look at that stuff. But place them on there. You want to use something that's going to keep it flat because it will cant down. I'm going to go ahead and put the star on the Afghan. I'm going to use my shoe glue. Talked about the pros and cons to using this already, so you guys can see how it's kind of already tacky and set up right there. Like, that's perfect. So when you guys put it on there, it doesn't like smear around. It's not like more liquidy than it is set. Take the needle, put about that much glue on there. If I need more, I can put more on there. Grab my tweezers, put the glue on it. If you guys can see it at all. Anyways, it's not that much. Press it on there. In the center. Press down. Now, if you guys didn't wait and you guys have the glue that's kind of wet, you might want to let it set a little bit, and then take off any excess glue off your needle. I know this is tedious, but then you guys want to go in there. You guys can kind of probably see some of the glue that's sticking out. So we've got some glue sticking out here. And right there, you guys can either take the needle and remove it, or you could tuck it under there so there's more adhesive. I'm just gonna go ahead and tuck it in there. So here I'm just gonna make sure I'm holding onto the device so I don't shift it around. And then I'm gonna use the needle and just tuck it underneath the device. If somebody doesn't want to go under and wants to come out, that's fine. Then I'll just have excess. Remove it. And then I just do this process all around, checking to make sure I don't see any glue, because that's what the goal is, right? Perfect metals, perfect devices, looks good. So, looks good. And there is very easy mounted 3 metals and a device.